Why? You're still standing when everyone said you'd fall. Why does your spirit refuse to break, even when your world is collapsing? And why, tell me, why does it feel like God has been silent in the very moment you needed Him most? Listen to me. That silence, that darkness you're walking through right now, it's not abandonment, it's preparation. You didn't stumble onto this message by accident. Algorithms didn't bring you here. God did. This very second, this divine appointment between you and heaven was written in the books before time began. And if you're hearing my voice right now, it's because the Creator of the universe has something urgent to tell you tonight. God is covering your eyes, not to punish you, not to confuse you, but because what He's about to release into your life is so powerful, so overwhelming, so beyond human comprehension, that if you saw it now, your mind would short circuit. Your logic would reject it. Your fear would sabotage it. You've been walking through a season where nothing makes sense. Doors slam shut. People walk away. Opportunities vanish. And you keep asking, God, where are you? But here's the shocking truth. Most believers will never understand. God covers your eyes when He's moving you into position. Think about it. When Jesus healed the blind man in John 9, He didn't just snap His fingers. He put mud on his eyes, made him walk in darkness to the pool of Siloam. And only after the journey, only after the obedience did sight come. That blindness wasn't cruelty. It was the covering that preceded the miracle. Tonight, you are that blind man, and God is about to lead you to your pool of Siloam. Before we go deeper, I want to pause and say thank you, truly, deeply, to every single soul who has supported this message through Super Thanks. Your generosity is more than financial. You're not just giving. You're sowing seeds into a movement that's waking up the chosen ones across this nation. You're helping someone in New York and Atlanta, in Los Angeles, someone who feels forgotten, realize they are divinely favored. Whether you give tonight or not, I honor you. Your presence here, your time, your attention, it all matters. And if this word is stirring something in your spirit right now, go ahead. Sow a seed. Let heaven see your faith in motion. Now, hear me clearly. What's coming next in your life will not be given to your intellect. It will not be handed to your strategy. It will only be received through pure, unshakable, blind faith. The kind of faith that walks when it can't see the road. The kind that obeys when the command makes no sense. The kind that holds on when every voice says, let go. You are a chosen one. And tonight, God is shutting your natural eyes so He can open your spiritual ones. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will shatter every doubt you've carried. This is your moment. Let's step into the divine covering together. Have you ever cried out to God and heard nothing back? Have you ever prayed so hard your knees ached, your voice cracked, and still silence? What if I told you that silence isn't God ignoring you? It's God protecting you from seeing something. Your faith isn't ready to carry yet. You need to understand something tonight that most preachers won't tell you. Divine silence is not rejection. It's redirection. When God goes quiet, He's not abandoning ship. He's repositioning you for a blessing so massive that if you saw it coming right now with your current mindset, your current doubt, your current fear, you'd run from it. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon. It's pitch black, no moon, no stars, just darkness. And suddenly, someone you trust, someone who loves you more than life itself, walks up behind you and ties a blindfold over your eyes. Your heart races, panic sets in. Why are you doing this to me? I can't see, I need to see. But then they whisper in your ear, I'm covering your eyes because one step in the wrong direction right now and you'll fall. Trust me. I'm about to lead you to solid ground. That's what God is doing to you right now. He's not blinding you to hurt you. He's covering your eyes because what's ahead requires a different kind of vision, the kind that doesn't rely on what you see, but on who is leading you. Proverbs 3:5-6 says it clearly, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Did you catch that? Lean not on your own understanding. That means stop trying to figure it out. Stop demanding to see the full blueprint. God is asking you to walk blind, but not alone. You've been walking through a season where nothing adds up. The job you prayed for gone. The relationship you thought was ordained shattered. The money you needed still missing. And you keep asking, God, what are you doing? But here's the truth that'll set you free tonight. God isn't withholding your miracle. He's withholding your ability to see it. Because if you saw it too soon, you'd try to control it. You'd manipulate it. You'd ruin it with your human hands. Look at Abraham. God promised him a son, told him his descendants would outnumber the stars. But then, silence. Years of silence. Decades of waiting. And in that silence, what did Abraham do? He tried to help God out. He slept with Hagar. He forced a solution. And that mistake, that refusal to stay blind and trust, created Ishmael, a consequence that's still causing conflict thousands of years later. God covers your eyes to protect you from your own impatience. Or think about Joseph, 17 years old, dreaming dreams of greatness. God showed him a vision, his brothers bowing before him, ruling nations, living in power. And then what happened? He got thrown in a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, locked in prison for over a decade. Where was the dream? Where was the promise? It looked like God lied. It looked like the vision died. But God was covering Joseph's eyes so he wouldn't see the process, only the promise. Because if Joseph had seen every betrayal, every injustice, every lonely night ahead, he would have given up. The blindfold kept him moving forward. That's you right now. You're in the pit. You're in the prison. You're in the silence. You think God forgot about you. But listen to me, you're not forgotten. You're being formed. The blindfold isn't punishment, it's preparation. God is sculpting you in the dark so that when the light hits, you'll shine so bright that everyone who doubted you will have to shield their eyes. Here's the part that's going to blow your mind. The blindfold will come off soon. And when it does, when God finally opens your eyes to what He's been building behind the scenes, you will fall to your knees. You will weep. You will realize that every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every moment of confusion was God lining up dominoes you couldn't see. And when He says, now, They'll all fall into place in one miraculous motion. But you have to let him lead you blind. You have to stop demanding proof. You have to stop requiring logic. This next chapter of your life will not make sense to your mind. It will only make sense to your spirit. So I'm asking you tonight, can you trust the hand that's holding yours in the dark? Can you take one more step without seeing the ground? Can you believe that God's silence is not his absence, but his greatest act of love? Because what's coming next, what God is about to unveil, requires a faith so pure, so raw, so unshakable, that only those willing to walk blind will ever see it. And you chosen one. You were born for this moment. How many times have you taken a step forward only to feel like you're moving backward? How many nights have you laid awake replaying every decision, wondering if you're walking in circles or walking towards something? And here's the question that haunts you most. What if everything you've been through, every loss, every tear, every unanswered prayer, has been leading you to this exact moment where God says, now you must walk blind? Listen to me, chosen one. You've been stuck. I know you have. You've been praying the same prayers, fighting the same battles, asking God for the same breakthrough, and it feels like heaven has put you on hold. You look around and see others moving forward while you're standing still. Their prayers get answered. Their doors swing open. Meanwhile, you're pounding on doors that won't budge, and you're starting to wonder if God even hears you anymore. But here's what the enemy doesn't want you to know. You're not stuck. You're being planted. There's a difference between being stagnant and being rooted. A seed buried in the ground looks dead. It looks forgotten. But beneath the surface, roots are spreading, strength is forming, and a harvest is preparing to explode through the soil. You are that seed, and God has been covering your eyes so you don't dig yourself up too early. Faith, real faith, the kind that moves mountains and parts seas, is not about sight. It's about trust in the unseen. Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Did you catch that assurance about what we do not see? That's the faith God is requiring from you right now, not the kind that needs proof, not the kind that demands a sign, but the kind that says, even though I can't see it, even though it doesn't make sense, even though every logical part of me says to quit, I'm going to take one more step. You want to know why your faith feels so heavy right now? Because God is increasing the weight so He can increase your capacity. You can't carry $1 million blessing with a $10 faith. You can't step into generational breakthrough with a microwave mentality. So God is stretching you, pressing you, refining you in the fire, not to break you, but to prepare you for what's coming. And what's coming is so big, so overwhelming, so beyond anything you've ever experienced, that if your faith isn't pure right now, you won't be able to hold it. Let me take you to the Sea of Galilee, middle of the night, storm raging, waves crashing, disciples terrified, and then they see something, a figure walking on water. Their first thought, it's a ghost, but it's Jesus. And He says 3 words that will change your life tonight, come to me. Peter, wild and impulsive, steps out of the boat, and for a moment, for one miraculous, logic-defying moment, he walks on water. Not because the storm stopped, not because the waves calmed, but because his eyes were locked on Jesus. But then, what happens? Peter looks down. He sees the waves. He feels the wind. He starts to sink. And Jesus catches him and says, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Matthew 14:31. Here's the revelation. Peter didn't sink because the storm got worse. He sank because he took his eyes off the one who called him. That's you right now. You've been walking on water, fighting battles you shouldn't have survived, enduring pain that should have destroyed you, standing strong when everything around you collapsed. But now, you're looking down. You're looking at the bills, the broken relationships, the medical reports, the age on your driver's license, the years that have passed, and you're thinking, "I'm too late. I've missed my moment," and you're starting to sink. But God is saying tonight, look up. Stop staring at the waves. Stop counting what you've lost. I didn't bring you this far to let you drown now. Your faith isn't measured by what you can see. It's measured by how steady you stand when you can't see anything at all. In your darkest hour, when you feel most abandoned, most confused, most like giving up, that is when your faith is most powerful. Because that's when it's not about you anymore. That's when it's purely about Him. You think you're weak. Right now, you're not. You're being fortified. You think you're lost. You're not. You're being positioned. You think God has forgotten you. He hasn't. He's been working behind the scenes, arranging miracles you can't see, yet lining up divine appointments, opening doors in the spirit realm before they manifest in the natural. And when everything seems to fall apart, your faith holds you together. When your bank account says 0, your faith says abundance. When the doctor says terminal, your faith says healed. When the world says impossible, your faith says, watch what my God can do. That's the faith God is demanding from you tonight. Not the faith that needs evidence, but the faith that becomes the evidence. So, I'm asking you right now, will you keep walking even though you can't see the shore? Will you trust the voice calling you forward even when logic screams to turn back? Will you believe that the God who brought you this far is not about to abandon you now? Because chosen one, your breakthrough isn't coming. It's already here. You just can't see it yet. And that's exactly how God planned it. What if the worst thing that ever happened to you was actually the best thing God ever allowed? What if every betrayal, every loss, every moment you thought would destroy you was actually the fire that forged you into who you're about to become? And what if right now, in this very moment, you're not falling apart, but falling into place? You need to hear this tonight, chosen one. God doesn't test you to hurt you. He tests you to reveal you. Not to Him. He already knows what's inside you. He tests you so you can see what you're made of, so you can discover the strength you didn't know you had, so you can realize that you've been carrying divine power all along, buried beneath doubt and fear. Right now, you're in the crucible. You know what a crucible is. It's a container designed to withstand extreme heat, the kind of heat that melts. Metal burns away impurities and leaves behind only what's pure. That's where you are, in the fire. And I know it hurts. I know you've been asking God, how much more can I take? How much longer do I have to endure this? But here's the truth that will set you free. It is in the crucible of life that God refines us, shapes us, and prepares us for greater things. You think you're being destroyed. No. You're being reconstructed. You think you're losing everything. No. You're shedding everything that was never meant to go with you into your next chapter. The moment you feel the most broken is the moment you are being made whole. Because God doesn't waste pain. He weaponizes it. He takes every tear you've cried, every sleepless night you've endured, every betrayal that cut you deep, and He transforms it into spiritual ammunition for the battles ahead. Let me take you to the story of Job. This man had it all: wealth, health, family, respect. He was blessed beyond measure. And then, in one day, it all came crashing down. His children died. His wealth vanished. His health collapsed. Painful sores covered his body from head to toe. His wife looked at him and said, "Curse God and die." Job 2:9. Even his closest friends accused him of hidden sin, convinced that his suffering was punishment. Job lost everything except one thing: his faith. And in the middle of his agony, covered in ashes, skin rotting, heart shattered, Job said something that will echo through eternity. "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." Job 13:15. Do you understand what that means, Job? Job was saying, even if God kills me, I will still believe in him. Even if I don't understand, I will still trust. Even if it doesn't make sense, I will not let go. That's the faith God is requiring from you tonight. Not the faith that only shows up when things are good, but the faith that digs its heels in when hell itself tries to drag you under. And here's what most people miss about Job's story: God didn't explain himself. When Job finally got his audience with the Almighty, God didn't apologize. He didn't justify. He simply asked, "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth?" Job 38:4. Translation: You don't need to understand my plan. You just need to trust that I have one. And at the end of Job's testing, God didn't just restore what he lost, he doubled it. Job 42:10 says, "The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part." The test didn't break Job, it promoted him. The fire didn't consume him, it purified him. The loss didn't end him. It repositioned him for a blessing so massive that it made his former life look small in comparison. That's you right now. You're in your job season, and I know it feels unbearable. I know you've been questioning why a good God would allow such suffering, but listen to me. God isn't punishing you. He's preparing you. The greater the test, the greater the testimony. The deeper the pain, the higher the promotion. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And what's about to grow from this season will shock everyone who counted you out. Or look at Abraham. God promised him a son, told him he'd be the father of nations. And then what did God do? He waited 25 years of waiting, 25 years of Sarah's barren womb, 25 years of whispers, doubts, and aging hope. And just when Isaac finally arrived, just when the promise was finally in Abraham's arms, God said, "Take your son, your only son, whom you love, and sacrifice him." Genesis 22:2. Can you imagine the very miracle God gave him, God now demanded back? And Abraham didn't argue. He didn't negotiate. He took Isaac up that mountain, built the altar, raised the knife, and God stopped him. Genesis 22:12 says, "Now I know that you fear God because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Abraham passed the test. And because he did, God swore an oath over his life that his descendants would be as countless as the stars. Here's what that means for you. What God is asking you to surrender right now is the very thing he's about to multiply. He's not taking it away. He's testing your grip. He's asking, do you trust me more than you trust the blessing? Do you love me more than you love the provision? And when you let go, when you lay it on the altar and say, even this, even my most precious thing, I surrender to you, that's when heaven releases what you've been praying for. You are in your awakening. This isn't your ending. It's your emergence. The caterpillar doesn't know it's becoming a butterfly. It just knows the cocoon is suffocating. But the struggle is necessary. The pressure is required, because without it, the wings won't form, and you, chosen one, are about to fly. So the question is, will you trust the process even when it's crushing you? What if everything you've been calling a delay has actually been divine timing? What if every closed door, every not yet, every moment where heaven seemed silent wasn't God saying no, but God saying not until you're ready for what I'm about to release? And what if right now, while you're sitting here doubting, questioning, wondering if your prayers even matter, God is backstage orchestrating the most breathtaking miracle of your entire life? Listen carefully. Chosen one, because this is the turning point. This is where doubt dies and faith takes the throne. You've been walking through the fire, stumbling through the darkness, carrying weight that would have crushed anyone else. And you've been asking God, why? Why is this taking so long? Why does everyone else seem to get their breakthrough while I'm still waiting? But tonight, I need you to shift your perspective. God has been silent, not because he doesn't care, but because he's designing something extraordinary for you. Something so custom-built, so perfectly tailored to your destiny that it couldn't be rushed. You see cheap blessings come quickly, but generational miracles take time. When you order fast food, you get it in 5 minutes. But when you go to a 5-star restaurant, the chef takes his time selecting the finest ingredients, perfecting every detail, ensuring that what's placed before you is nothing short of masterpiece. God isn't running a drive-through. He's preparing a feast, and you can't rush excellence. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." Not in your time, not according to your calendar, but in his time. And his timing is always perfect, even when it feels painfully slow. You've been praying for years. You've been believing for decades. You've watched others receive what you've been asking for, and it's made you wonder if God forgot about you. But let me tell you something that will shatter every doubt you're carrying. God's delays are not his denials. When God says wait, he's not punishing you. He's positioning you. He's moving pieces on a chessboard you can't see. He's aligning people, shifting circumstances, removing obstacles, and preparing a stage for your entrance that will leave no room for doubt about who orchestrated it. Because when God finally moves on your behalf, everyone will know it was him, not luck, not coincidence, not your effort alone, but his hand. Think about Joseph again. 17 years old when God gave him the dream, 30 years old when it came to pass, 13 years of waiting, 13 years of betrayal, slavery, false accusations, imprisonment, 13 years of wondering if God's promise was real or just a cruel joke. But Psalm 105:19 says something powerful about Joseph's wait. Until the time came to fulfill his dreams, the Lord tested Joseph's character. Do you see it? The wait wasn't wasted, it was working. Joseph wasn't ready at 17. He had the vision, but not the character to carry it. He had the dream, but not the wisdom to steward it. So God put him through the process not to break him, but to build him. And when he finally stood before Pharaoh, when he was finally elevated to second in command of Egypt, he wasn't the same Joseph who got thrown in the pit. He was refined. He was ready. He was unshakable. That's you right now. You're in the 13-year gap, the space between the promise and the manifestation. And it feels unbearable, but hear me tonight. You are standing at the edge of something miraculous. You can't see it yet, but it's coming. It's already in motion. Heaven is stirring. Angels are positioning. Doors are unlocking. Resources are moving. And the moment you've been praying for, the moment that will make every tear worth it, is closer than you think. But here's the catch. You have to release control. You have to stop trying to force it. You have to stop manipulating timelines, chasing shortcuts, and demanding that God work on your schedule. Because every time you try to make it happen yourself, you delay it. Every time you step out of faith and into fear, you stall the process. God can only bless what you surrender. Remember Sarah? She got tired of waiting for the promise. So she took matters into her own hands and told Abraham to sleep with Hagar. And that decision, that refusal to wait on God's timing, created Ishmael a problem that's still causing conflict thousands of years later. But when Sarah finally surrendered, when she stopped trying to help God out, Isaac was born. The promise came not through her effort, but through her trust. Romans 8:28 declares, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Did you hear that? All things. Not just the good things, not just the easy things, but all things. The heartbreak, the loss, the betrayal, the waiting, the suffering. God is taking every single piece of your pain and weaving it into a tapestry of purpose that will blow your mind when you finally see it. So tonight, I need you to make a decision. Are you going to keep living in frustration, bitterness, and doubt? Or are you going to choose faith? Are you going to trust that the God who brought you this far isn't about to abandon you now? Are you going to believe that his plan for you is greater than anything you could have planned for yourself, cause chosen one? What's coming next is worth every second you've waited. The tears you've cried are watering the seeds of your future harvest. The doors that closed were protecting you from paths that would have destroyed you. The delays were developing you into someone strong enough to carry what's coming. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. And when God finally says, now, when he removes the blindfold and shows you what he's been building, you will fall to your knees in worship. You will weep tears of gratitude. You will realize that every moment of waiting was worth it. So, will you trust him? Will you let go of control and embrace the divine plan. Because what's coming next requires something from you that you've never given before: complete surrender. What if everything you couldn't see was the very thing God was protecting you from seeing until now? What if the darkness you've been walking through wasn't meant to blind you, but to sharpen your spiritual vision, so that when the light finally breaks through, you'll see things you never could have seen before? And what if this very moment, right here, right now, is the moment the blindfold comes off? Chosen one, I need you to feel this in your spirit. Something is shifting. Something is breaking. The season of walking blind, the season of trusting, without seeing the season of holding on by a thread, it's ending. Not because the trial is over, but because you've passed the test. Not because you've arrived, but because you're ready for what's next. The blindfold is coming off. The eyes of your heart are opening to see what God has been preparing for you all along. You've been living in partial vision. You've been seeing through a fog, through shadows, through fragments of understanding. But Ephesians 1:18 says, I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened, in order that you may know the hope to which he has called you, the riches of his glorious inheritance in his holy people. Did you catch that? The eyes of your heart. Not your physical eyes, not your logical mind, but the eyes of your spirit, the part of you that sees beyond the natural, beyond circumstances, beyond what the world says is possible. And tonight, God is removing the veil. He's pulling back the curtain. He's opening your spiritual eyes so wide that you'll see things you've never seen before, opportunities you didn't know existed, doors you thought were locked, blessings you thought had passed you by. You're about to see clearly for the first time in your life. Let me take you to the story of Elisha and his servant in 2 Kings 6. The king of Aram sent an army, horses, chariots, soldiers to surround the city and capture Elisha. When the servant woke up and saw the enemy closing in, he panicked. "Oh no, my lord, what shall we do?" And Elisha, calm as ever, said something that will change your life tonight. Don't be afraid. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them. The servant looked around. He saw no one. It was just the two of them against an entire army. But then Elisha prayed, "Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see." And suddenly, the servant's spiritual eyes were opened. And what did he see? The hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. In Kings 6:17, the battle wasn't lost. The odds weren't against them. They were surrounded not by enemies, but by angels. The servant had been looking with natural eyes and saw defeat. But when his spiritual eyes opened, he saw victory. That's you right now. You've been looking at your situation with natural eyes. You see the debt. You see the sickness. You see the broken relationships. You see the obstacles. You see the age. You see the limitations. But tonight, God is praying over you what Elisha prayed over his servant. Open their eyes, Lord, so that they may see. And when your spiritual vision clears, you will see that you are not alone. You are not outnumbered. You are not defeated. You are surrounded by divine protection, supernatural provision, and angelic reinforcements that have been fighting for you this entire time. The reason God covered your eyes was so you wouldn't rely on what you could see. He needed you to develop a different kind of sight, spiritual sight. the kind that sees past the problem and into the promise, the kind that looks at a Red Sea and sees a pathway, the kind that stares at a giant and sees a defeated enemy, the kind that walks into an empty tomb and sees resurrection power. And now that you've learned to walk by faith and not by sight, now that you've proven you can trust Him in the dark, He's about to show you what He's been doing in the light. You will see beyond the natural. You will walk in the fullness of your purpose. You will operate with a clarity, a boldness, a confidence that will make people wonder what happened to you. They'll ask, "Why are you so sure? Why are you so unshaken? Why do you walk like you've already won when the battle isn't even over yet?" And you'll smile and say, "Because I can see what you can't." That's your story. You've been walking blind, but it was necessary. Because what you thought you saw before your old way of thinking, your limited perspective, your fear-based vision, it had to die so a new vision could be born. And tonight, the scales are falling. The fog is lifting. The blindfold is coming off. And what you're about to see will redefine everything. You will see yourself differently, not as a victim, but as a victor. You will see your future differently, not as uncertain, but as divinely ordained. You will see your purpose differently, not as something you're searching for, but as something you're stepping into. This is your awakening. So I'm asking you tonight, are you ready to see? Are you ready to walk with spiritual vision that the world cannot comprehend? Are you ready to move with a confidence that comes from knowing God's hand is on your life? Because chosen one, the blindfold is off, and what you're about to see will blow your mind. What if I told you that everything you've been praying for is not coming? It's already here. What if the breakthrough you've been waiting decades for has been standing at your door this entire time, waiting for you to finally open it? And what if the only thing standing between you and your destiny is your willingness to believe that God meant what He said when He called you chosen? Listen to me, chosen one. This is it. This is the moment. What you have been waiting for. What you've been praying for. What's been keeping you up at night. What's brought you to tears in secret. It's already here. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. It's in the room with you. It's hovering over your life. It's waiting for you to step into it. Esther 4:14 says, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Do you hear that? For such a time as this. Not yesterday, not when you were younger, not when circumstances were perfect, but now, in your present season, with your present struggles in your present age. This is your time. You are chosen. You are set apart. Your destiny is secure in His hands. Isaiah 43:1 declares, "I have summoned you by name. You are mine." God doesn't make mistakes. He didn't accidentally pick you. He didn't settle for you. He specifically chose you because He saw something in you that the world couldn't see. He placed a calling on your life that no person can revoke, no circumstance can cancel, no age can expire. You were born for such a time as this. It's your time to rise, to walk boldly into the life God has destined for you. So I'm asking you right now, are you ready? Are you ready to stop doubting and start believing? Are you ready to step out of the shadows and into your divine calling? If you are ready, if you're done waiting and ready to walk, type "I rise" in the comments below. Declare it. Speak it into existence. Your breakthrough starts now. Remember this: God's silence was never rejection. It was preparation. The blindfold wasn't punishment. It was protection. And every moment of waiting has been positioning you for what's next. You are not alone. God is moving in your life right now. And this community is here praying with you, believing with you. So I ask you, will you trust Him one more time? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, place your hand on every person hearing this. Break every chain of doubt. Open doors no man can shut. Release miracles they've been waiting for. Let them feel your presence right now. In Jesus' name, amen.